You see the headline. You know how this goes. Let's get into it. The state superintendent in Oklahoma announced plans to put Turning Point USA chapters in every high school in the state, saying it would counter radical leftist teachers' unions and their woke indoctrination. What does the you know what? It's amazing how they publicly talk about how they want to indoctrinate children while trying to blame the indoctrination on people who do not share the same beliefs and ideologies that they do. But let's continue. After far right activist Charlie Kirk was killed on a college campus earlier this month, requests to start chapters of his conservative youth group Turning Point at colleges and high schools have surged, the organization has said. So please tell me once again how this would have benefited someone on the left. Also, conservatives are a weird group of people. They're a weird bunch. Every time something brings forth or invokes violence, they want to continue it. They want to increase the numbers. Okay. Oklahoma is the first state where the government is getting involved to promote starting these chapters. In a press release on Tuesday, Ryan Walters, the Oklahoma superintendent, detailed how students could start a chapter of Club America, the organization's high school program, by gathering at least 3 students from the same school and completing a charter agreement. Then, Turning Point will help the club get a teacher sponsor and official recognition and send materials such as an activism kit. We will put Turning Point USA on every high school campus in Oklahoma, Walter said in the press release. Charlie Kirk inspired a generation to love America, to speak boldly, and to never shy away from debate. Our kids must get involved and active. You do realize debate clubs exist, and Charlie Kirk isn't the best example because he never won a debate. That's why he always reiterated that he reserved the right to end a debate at any time. And are you going to exclude little girls out of this? Where's the patriotism in spewing hate speech and teaching that empathy is a radical, woke, new age term? We will fight back against the liberal propaganda pushed by the radical left and the teachers' unions. Our fights start now. The teachers' union are for every teacher. It's for better benefits, better working conditions, things like that. No different than the police unions. It has nothing, you know what? In a video posted on X, Walters railed further against the radical leftists who dominate classrooms and push woke indoctrination. You mean truth, facts, because there's not enough time in the day, there's not enough budget, and there's not enough care from teachers to try to sway people into their ideologies. They are just trying to make sure that these children can read, write, and do the basics to get a job and, be a functioning member of society. They fight parents' rights, they push parents out of the classroom, and they lie to our kids about American history, he said. The Turning Point chapters would allow kids to participate in dialogue about American greatness, a dialogue around American values. So you want to lie to kids, and nobody's pushing parents out of the classrooms. Nobody's fighting parents' rights. It's the parents fighting to take parental rights from other parents. When asked by a local reporter what would happen in a school that said it wouldn't open a chapter of the group, Walter said he would go after the school's accreditation. Who's forcing who now? Who's forcing what onto who? I thought this was about parents' choice. And if the parents choose not to do this, or the students say that they don't want this, and the parents advocate for the students, you're just going to take their accreditation away. But it's the left that's pushing to indoctrinate, and it's the left that's pushing parents out of the decision making process, right? They would be in danger of not being a school district if they decided to reject a club that is here to promote civic engagement, he said. Everything would be on the table in that scenario. As they're removing graduations and organizations that spotlight and highlight the other ethnicities and cultures in school districts, that gives children who don't look like him an opportunity to be seen and to feel heard. But as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You see the headline, you know how this goes. Let's get into it. Republican Ryan Walters, Oklahoma's top public schools official who lauded President Donald Trump, pledged to put a Turning Point USA chapter in every high school to honor Charlie Kirk and end what he called wokeness in public schools, is resigning to lead a conservative educators group. But I thought he was against unions and organizations like that because they're just hubs of indoctrination. Okay. Walters, 40. Okay. Said Wednesday night on Fox News that he is stepping down as state superintendent of public instruction. Good, because nobody needed that. To become the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance, a nonprofit that says it assists educators in their mission to develop free, moral, and upright American citizens. None of that appears to be true. We're going to destroy the teachers' unions, but isn't this essentially a teachers' union? Walters said on Fox, "We have seen the teachers' unions use money and power to corrupt our schools, to undermine our schools. Isn't that what this organization that you just became CEO of doing?" Once again, every projection is, say it with me, class, a confession. These are their confessions. Walters has leaned into culture war politics and sought to infuse religion into classroom instructions. Whose religion? Including a mandate that public school teachers incorporate the Bible into lesson plans for children in grades 5 through 12. Whose Bible? Which Bible? Which translation of the Bible? Which edition? For which branch of the umbrella of Protestant Christianity? Or are we using Catholicism as the basis? You got to be a lot more specific than this. And what do you do with the children that aren't practicing Christianity, Protestant or Catholic? He has also tried to require social studies teachers to promote conspiracies about the 2020 election, track the immigration status of children in schools, and require applicants for teaching jobs coming from California and New York to pass an exam designed to safeguard what he described as radical leftist ideology. Many of his efforts have led to lawsuits against him and the agency, even as Oklahoma's national ranking is in several education metrics has continued to decline. No shit, Sherlock. But who's behind the indoctrination again? Who's forcing people to do what again? Just Tuesday, Waters announced that Oklahoma high schools will have Turning Point USA chapters. He said parents, teachers, and students want their young people to be engaged in a process that understands free speech, open engagement, dialogue about American greatness, a dialogue around American values. What greatness is here? And once again, mock trial exists, debate team exists, these things exist. Okay. All right. See. Kirk founded the organization to mobilize young Christian conservatives. It has seen a massive surge in interest and support since the activist killing, I'm not saying that other word, on September 10th. Walters, a former teacher of what? Was elected to the superintendent's job by who? He had served as Oklahoma Secretary of Education, from September 2020 to April 2023. And it's people like him. This is why we need a Department of Education. He was appointed to the position by Governor Kevin Stitt. Why? Ever since then, we have witnessed a stream of never-ending scandal and political drama, Oklahoma's Attorney General Ginter Drummond said in a statement. Well, look at it. I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but look at it. It's time for a state superintendent of public instruction who will actually focus on quality instruction in our public schools. Drummond, a Republican and candidate for governor in 2026, said, well, he's not wrong. At least there is somebody in the GOP with a little bit of smarticle particles that are working, but Look at him. Anywho, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below.